So the leaks were real, and my goodness, it appears that we're in for something truly special coming this August. PlayStation just dropped their State of Play, and not too long into the live stream, we got our first look at Sonic X Shadow Generations, and man does it look awesome. Today we're going to be breaking everything down from this trailer, including what you can expect this August, as well as when we might hear more about this game before it drops. So without further ado, let's dive into it. The trailer starts off in a very similar fashion to the old Sonic Generation trailers, showing us glimpses of Green Hill Zone and City Escape with both classic and modern Sonic, and it's definitely noticeable that the fidelity of the graphics here is a bit cleaner. However, it's nothing like too crazy. Even when I play Generations now on my Xbox, it still looks like a game that could have come out in recent years, despite it coming out like what, 2 console generations ago now? So yeah, Generations was never a bad looking game, and I mean, especially with Xbox backwards compatibility, this game played very well. But nonetheless, this is really nice to see the game looking so smooth and clean in the trailer. After flashing back and forth between gameplay clips, we get the iconic cinematic for Generations as classic Sonic and modern Sonic fly across the screen. And here's where things really start to get spicy. The music tone shifts, going from a light-hearted poppy sound to a heavy rock. Shadow appears, jumping towards the 2 Sonics, catching both of them off guard. And I've been saying it all year, this is the year of Shadow, and he's starting things off with a bang. This entrance got me hyped. I felt like he was coming in for a title match with the energy that he was bringing. I also found it funny that both the Sonics had the exact same reaction to Shadow. Stunned. Both Sonics look back at Shadow, and we zoom in on his eye before cutting to brand new content for Generations, all Shadow based. And let me just tell you guys, this stuff looks insane. Shadow fans have been starved for years, yearning for more playable games with Sonic's titular rival, and all they've really gotten in recent years is short and underwhelming DLC in Sonic Forces. So having a new storyline in Generations that will be focused all on Shadow seems amazing, and the graphics look very clean. It definitely appears that they're going to be using the Hedgehog Engine 2 for this. So Shadow fans, rejoice because you're eating good. Keeping in line with the themes of Generations, we're going to be exploring the past, but this time obviously with Shadow, and this sets up some interesting implications. If the main story of Generations is going to remain untouched, then we may see a new villain who has similar powers to the Time Eater go after Shadow, or we may see what Shadow is up to during the events of Generations. Either way, it seems very exciting, and I can't wait to play through the story. So let's look into Shadow's gameplay. We start off by seeing Shadow rail grind through Final Chase from Sonic Adventure 2, and my jaw dropped because it truly does look stunning, and I loved seeing Shadow teleport for his homing attacks. Everything about this looks so clean. Then we see Shadow fighting Doomseye, which is a character from the Shadow the Hedgehog game, which I've never gotten a chance to play, so I'm super excited about this. It looks like this will be one of the many boss fights for his story, and as this fight goes on, it seems like we might get some cool cinematics or QuickTime events during the battle. Another boss that Shadow will be pitted against is the Bile Lizard, making its return from Sonic Adventure 2, and they did a really good job bringing it to life this time around. Judging from the fast cuts that we get at the end, it seems that the boss fight is going to be really fleshed out and engaging. Finally, to round out the trailer, we get the release window of autumn this year, which really piqued my interest, because when Zippo mentioned this game, he said specifically that this would release in the first half of the year, which we now know is false. He also mentioned that this wasn't the Sonic and Shadow game that had been rumored, because that game was going to come out closer to Sonic Movie 3. In my last video, I said pay attention to the date, because it would reveal to us if Zippo was wrong or not. What Zippo stated is that this is a separate game entirely from the one he mentioned before. He states that this game will come out closer to the holidays with the movie, and that the remaster we're hearing about now will come out around in June, just in time for Sonic's birthday. If and when the trailer for this Generations remaster drops, be on the lookout for a release date or window, because that could help us try to line up the time frame that Zippo has given these games. So now it very much seems that this is indeed the Sonic and Shadow game that has been rumored, since it's going to be launching close to the 3rd Sonic movie. But who knows for sure? I'd say to expect more in the coming weeks and months, because it's likely that we'll be getting a Sonic Central this year, and we might hear more about the game then. I honestly couldn't be more excited for this game. The last game where I got my fill of Shadow was Sonic 06, and I really enjoyed his story in that, so having more with him is going to be great. And I honestly just can't get over how good the graphics look in general for his story. They really nailed the aesthetic of everything. Let me know down in the comments if you're excited for the Sonic X Shadow Generations, and subscribe if you haven't already to stay up to date on all things Sonic. There is a ton ton to look forward to this year. From the Knuckles show to Sonic Movie 3 and now a new game, we are eating good and trust me, you do not want to miss a thing. Check out this video here for more Sonic, and with that, I wish you all the best, take care, peace.